Ahoy, Marty Breathers, and welcome to Monday. Boy, we start a new week with a bang. With a bang.
Bang. Bang. Okay.
Everybody match my intensity.
It's a little Monday going on
It's a
around
little
here.
Monday. We were all deep in thought this morning.
We got people early checking in, though.
I hardly ever turn around early, and there was already Jeff and Jimmy there.
And my mom.
Ahoying. And so, by the time I left again, your mom wasn't there. So.
Yeah, well, she is, so.
Ahoy to everybody so far.
So far.
Join us.
Exactly.
Come join us. Introductions first. We have Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, Boss Man. We have Jack is in the house this morning.
Ahoy.
It's the first time meeting you. I saw your first show when I was gone.
Yep.
I wasn't here, but I watched.
Did I do an all right job filling it?
Look. Yeah, you did fine.
Beautiful.
I think you can sit in anytime.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned.
I have the permission of the skipper. That's
You do.
That's huge. That goes a long way.
Skipper's. Well, but Boss Man Matt's the final decision.
Right.
maker.
Okay.
He's been given free game. Show up whenever he wants. It's pretty early in the morning, so.
I've been there. I've been in your shoes.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah. It's we crawl out of bed and we make it work. Peter keeps me on my toes. So.
Good.
I actually have an air horn.
Yeah.
Run around the apartment.
4
to make sure
a.m.
you
Yeah,
get it.
and do I want to get one of those?
Banging pots
Those
together.
DeWalt things. Have you
Yep.
ever seen those? Man, do I want one of those.
I'll give you credit, though. My daughter's in town this weekend for Easter, and then she's not going back till today. So I told her, and she's an avid watcher. She watches every episode, so she's awake. But I said, "Do you want to come in?" Oh, I don't know if I want to actually get out of bed.
Oh, she didn't want to wake up.
Didn't want to. She like watches. I don't know. She doesn't get up and get ready this early. She just is watching.
This is part of her wake up routine.
It is exactly.
Well, that is in our tagline. Wake up.
Right. That's
don't
the
say
first
how
part.
to wake up.
Exactly.
Did
So-
you need a half an hour to wake up?
So yeah. So be it.
So it's quite
So
okay.
she had the opportunity. She chose not to. Apparently,
passed.
she didn't even tell me. She's just obviously not here.
Yeah.
So.
She is not.
She is not.
We also have SPP, super producer Peter.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. I don't have a nickname for you yet, Jack. Don't know
It's
you.
all right. Nicknames are earned. I
It'll
understand
come.
that.
It'll
Yeah.
come. Rachel's been the longest out there. I can't think of one for her.
Bailey just texted and she says she woke up without an alarm at 7:13.
Had a girl.
So she's on it.
We are. We've now made you part of the routine.
Exactly.
I don't even want to think when I would wake up without an alarm. I don't know if it'd be before 10. It would depend on when I went to bed. But
It would be.
yeah.
You would surprise yourself.
Okay.
It would be before 10.
Hopefully.
Because sooner or later your brain's going to go, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
Supposed to be somewhere.
Yeah, we got to
do something.
Yeah, it'll just kick into gear. That makes sense.
As you get older, your back will start hurting and go like, "Oh, I can't lay here anymore," or
Pretty soon, I got to pee.
or I
Might as
really
well
got to
just get up.
Exactly. Might as well just get out of bed.
That's what you have to look forward to, boys.
Fun.
I mean, we're already in, like, Peter and I have been playing, like, basketball and stuff, and, like, I'm already in, like, sore for, like, 2 more days than I usually
you
would have
should have
been when
been.
I was
Yeah.
younger, and I'm like, we're getting old. We're getting old.
You're getting old. Yeah, indeed.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, think it. Somebody's always older, and so they tell you, I go to senior golf at senior league, and I'm the young guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So, the Southeast Iowa Video Network, we're sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew, including Jack this morning, we're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie, and all the Hy-Vees and Hy-Vee Fast and Freshes. You get stuck on that word from time to time.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Happens to the best of us.
Hey, we had Easter over. It's the weekend. Did everybody have a good Easter?
Good Easter.
Yeah.
You went away?
Yeah, I went to my in-laws and all my kids and grandkids were there and had good food and spent time with all them. So it was good.
Nice.
Good.
You do anything special, Jack?
I did. I went back and saw my parents. That was the first time I saw them, I think, since Christmas. So that was nice. Yeah, had a good weekend. They live in Lake Mills, Wisconsin. So it was we went to a bar on Saturday evening in that, rip-roaring town. So it was a good time.
Because that's what you
Big
do in
town?
Wisconsin.
That's
is
what's-
you go to a bar.
That is what you
nobody-
do. We lived up to the trope, I suppose.
There's more beer consumed in that state than anywhere, I think.
Yes. Yeah, we we live up. It's the hype that you hear about it is true, I guess.
all worth
in
it.
that sense. Oh yeah, it's a good time.
Next year, Easter at your place, Jack.
All right, all right.
At the bar down the street from Jack's.
Yeah. With all the locals. It is a good time. It's a fun change of pace versus, you go to a bar in a small town like that versus like going out in a big city, and it's, how it is kind of the
I
same
used to
everywhere.
know what the
but-
I don't do that.
Fair.
Stuff. I don't like people that much.
Right. Okay.
Just not a people person.
Not,
Yeah.
not really true. I just don't like being around all those young people
Yeah.
at
Fair
the
enough.
bar.
Yeah.
I don't. I like my own kind of watering.
Yeah.
hole.
It's a change of pace.
Again, age.
Fair.
Will do that to you. Perfect. How about you, SPP?
I went home for the weekend.
good.
Went back to Old Des Moines. Saw the old parents.
Desmonez.
Desmond.
I don't suppose anything's changed there. Did you go out to the bars with your parents?
We did not. We did not go out to the bars on Easter Sunday. No,
Well, you had Holy Saturday. You could have went out.
it's true.
Missed that one.
Missed that one.
All right.
I didn't go to the bars either.
I don't think I did either. I think I cooked a ham, and we had a gathering at my ex-wife's place, and all the kids were there and everything. So it went well.
All good.
I can't go anywhere without ham. They want me to bring the ham.
They don't.
Gotta have
They won't
that.
let you in the door.
I got to bring the ham.
That's like your ticket in.
That's my ticket in. And everybody took some home, so it was a good time.
Any egg hunting for the kids or
Oh
anything?
yeah, you bet. You got to have that
Yeah, of
game
course.
for the kids.
Yep.
and they get showered with presents for crying out loud. It's borderline ridiculous.
Yeah, it's almost a second Christmas sometimes.
But it's okay. The kids are happy.
When I was growing up, sometimes in the eggs instead of like candy or whatever, my like grandparents would put just like loose change. Is that
Still
is
is.
it a thing? Okay.
It's
I didn't know.
graduated to dollars in our household.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
They get
Upgrade.
dollars now. When I hunted for eggs, they were real honking eggs.
Yeah.
You had to eat them.
Wow. You cook them up and
They were cooked. They were cooked.
I don't think we ever ate
Hard-boiled.
them. I remember hard boiling coloring eggs, but I don't
Yeah.
know that we
Then we'd
ate
hide 'em
them.
I don't
and
know
eat
if we
'em.
I don't
ate
know if
them.
we ate them.
Yeah, we did.
we would hard boil and color them, but those weren't the ones we hid. We would just hide the like plastic boring ones.
So they didn't have plastic when I was a kid.
There's no plastic.
No
Plastic.
plastic.
No plastic.
The real prize is if you cracked open that egg and there's a chicken.
Yeah. What? Then you got a new pet.
I got it.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
No plastic.
I like that. I mean, getting $1 is obviously, better financially, but I enjoyed like, $1's great, but when you shook the egg and there was the change in there, it felt like a lot of money because you're like, whoa, that's,
It was a quarter and a
yeah,
penny.
yeah, exactly.
See, we would hide candy, and then it would be like the stock market because it'd be like, okay, you have 3 Reese's. I'll trade it for my
Right.
2 Hershey's.
Yep.
You just trade.
That's a good life lesson for
It
children
is.
to learn how to barter.
I was the go-to on for Halloween candy because I have a peanut allergy, so I couldn't have any of the peanut candy. So I'd give it all away whenever I'd get it. My friends would line up. They'd be like,
let's
"He's not having the
Let's go to
Reese's. Let's go
Jack's."
get it." Yeah,
Jack's got all the cool stuff.
Jack's got the
yeah.
Reese's.
You can just he'll give it away. Didn't even have to trade.
Here, I'll give you the toothbrush.
Yeah.
You give me a Reese's, I'll give you the toothbrush. Jack had 28 toothbrushes.
Yeah. Healthiest teeth.
Well, that's a good thing. I used to go through toothbrushes like crazy. Found out I was brushing too hard.
Didn't even
That's
know that was
kinda
a
weird, no?
didn't know that was a
I kind
thing.
of do the same thing, and like, I don't know how to like reverse that habit. I like it's just how I
Well,
brush.
I'll tell you how to do it.
Okay.
You get one of those electric ones.
Oh,
and
yeah,
It
just-
won't let you do it. It'll
stop it?
Kind of stops.
Okay.
So I've learned to brush more gentle.
There you
I'll
go.
have to switch to that.
My dentist didn't give one crap, I guess. She didn't say, boy, you're doing much better. So
It's a
anyway.
shame.
Yeah. I got a story.
You do?
I do.
Well, I want to hear it.
Mitchell O'Brien and Brianna Syker were enjoying a relaxing day on a recent spring weekend, walking along Lake Michigan shoreline.
Okay.
So nice. They were just friends, been walking along on the beach. When all of a sudden, Mitchell found himself being sucked several feet into the sand.
Uh-oh.
He found quicksand.
There it is. There it
Peter's head
is.
just popped up when I said that. All it took was one wrong step and a patch of soft sand, and within seconds he was waist deep in sand with water swirling around him.
Panicking greatly.
my God.
Exactly.
Which only makes it worse.
He kicked his leg out sideways to stop himself from falling further, only to realize there would be no quick way out of the shocking
no.
quagmire.
It's not easy.
No. So the Psycho wanted to call for help immediately, but he said, "No, I'm going to dig myself out," because he's a guy, and he's like, "Don't call somebody to get me out of the
Hey,
sand."
hold my beer.
Hold my beer. After 15 minutes, he finally conceded that he couldn't get out on his own, soon noticing that the sand was coming back almost faster than he could get it out of the way. For me, those moments were terrifying. Psycho added, remembering the sinking feeling of watching her best friend struggle to get out. They finally agreed that the authorities need to be called, and both called the dispatch. In her panic, so this is the twist. So these are just friends.
There's a twist.
There's
Okay.
a twist. These guys are just friends. They've been friends for a long time. That was it.
But they
Nothing-
like the same girl.
No,
The one guy said, nah,
no,
let
they're
it
both.
go.
They're both. It's a boy and a girl.
Okay.
Not that they both couldn't like the same girl. That's possible.
all right.
But in her panic, Psycho referred to her longtime friend as her boyfriend during the call, while
Uh-oh.
O'Brien called her his girlfriend. This was reportedly the first time the twosome had ever mentioned having romantic feelings for one another.
That's what it takes. Quicksand.
Yeah.
2 years of this guy
Brings you
being my
together.
best friend, and he's just trying to hide everything about how we felt, and he tried to die on me and becomes my boyfriend. So there's a love story
Oh,
in the
wow.
end of it. But the important part is that there is quicksand on Lake Michigan. I know, exactly.
Love and Quicksand. I heard they're making a movie about that.
Yeah,
They could.
yeah. I think there is already a country song about it.
Probably.
So,
There you go. It takes a life-changing event to,
It does.
to realize that you
Yeah.
can say you love somebody.
yeah. But really, the headline is the quicksand. The love story.
Yeah,
is
let's not get it
secondary.
twisted. It's
Let's
a quicksand
let's
story.
Let's not get out of line here.
Are you a big Quicksand guy, Pete?
I'm terrified of quicksand.
It is scary. That makes sense.
It is. We had a long conversation about that one day. That it's like, when you're a kid and you see it on TV all the time, and now it's like I expected to be a lot more fearful of quicksand.
Right.
And Tim tried to deny the existence of quicksand.
Is that what I did?
Well, kind of.
But
Did I do that?
Where did this take place?
Lake
Do you know?
Michigan.
They said
Lake
like it was
Michigan.
nowhere,
Yeah.
Peter?
I didn't
Yeah.
know they had
I said
Quicksand
it was
either.
nowhere. Well, then I was wrong.
Yeah, John Googled it. He was not having it. And then there is quicksand. Apparently, there's quicksand in Iowa.
I think I said there's no quicksand in Iowa. Or no.
Oh, maybe that was it.
I don't know.
See, that's because that's always been my thing. I'm like, I hear about quicksand, but I'm like, what part of the country is it? Because you go to these beaches in like Florida or whatever. It's just regular sand.
Yeah,
But
well-
you'd think that's where the quicksand would be, not Lake Michigan.
Verified Lake Michigan quicksand incident.
Okay.
You should have seen Peter's head pop up as soon as he realized what I was
As soon
going
as
to
I
talk about.
started sinking, I was like, "That's the quicksand. It's real."
It does
Did it
exist.
did it sink in that it was quicksand?
Yeah.
Get out.
You know that there's big numbers out there, right?
Right.
Million, billion.
Trillion.
We know trillion now because of our national debt.
Right.
What's a tillion? When do you get to be tillion? What's after 1 trillion? Is it gazillion? I don't know. But what's a tillion?
Is it?
And the reason I ask is because somebody figured out the Earth weighs 13.1 septillion pounds,
Septillion.
and I figured sep means 7 or
Right.
7
So that's 7 trillions? No, it has to be
tillion, septillion. It's a different word.
7. Yeah.
And how in the hell do you know?
Put it on a scale.
Yeah. You just put it on a
That's some
scale.
serious calculations.
You take 1 cup of soil and you go, well, that weighs this much, and there's 7.
You'd have to core all the way down. There's a
Septillion.
lot of work to
I
that.
know.
I'm just wondering, when do you get to,
Tillion.
when do we expect the federal deficit to get to a tillion?
Yeah. Is it going to get to a trillion before Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire?
I don't know. I don't know. He's going the wrong way just to get to be a trillionaire.
Yes. Well, yeah, I think he's going to be okay.
He is. I'm just trying to figure out What's the steps?
It's hard to quantify too, because it's like, what is in a tillion? But if it's its own number, it's like, well, it's just a tillion. But it's like, what does that mean? How do you?
No. How many,
I'm not a math guy.
How many trillions
is a tillion?
does
yeah.
it get?
So
you
what
need
is-
to get to be a tillion?
Yeah. So what's
You know
what is a trillion? It's
do some Google.
1,000 billions, right?
Yeah.
So 1,000 trillions.
Is something, but I don't know if it's tillion.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, I'm just trying to figure this
It
out.
boggles my. You know, it's Monday, right? We
It
had
is.
This, we had
this space and Earth stuff. You know, I'm intrigued. By
I know. I know. I saw it again. I think I brought this up one other time, but it takes like 1.3 seconds to get to the moon if you're in light years, but it takes 46 light years to get to the end of the universe.
That's not.
Or
That long.
traveling at the speed of light. I mean,
Right.
It's 40. Yeah, even at the speed of light, it takes whatever. It's a long way.
It's a long. You know. You hope there's a Casey's or something along those.
Take a rest.
Hy-Vee fast and fresh.
I think
Fast
fast
and
and fresh. I'm a space enjoyer too.
Oh, it just blows my
Yeah,
mind.
it's so cool. It's just like I went to the I lived in Alabama before I moved here. I went to the space
There's
museum.
probably
and
quicksand there.
There probably is quicksand there, but like where? I haven't seen it.
Well, you didn't take long enough walks on the beach.
Then we'll find it. But apparently I'll find true love if I
You
walk into
will.
quicksand. But I went to the space museum they have in Huntsville, because that's like one of NASA's hubs or whatever.
Okay.
In like the stuff they were able to build, like 50 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
It's wild to me.
It's a bunch of kids
Yeah.
that just said, smart kids,
Smart. Yeah.
that said, well, let's
Probably
do
knew
this.
what a tillion was, and they
Yeah, they
put
probably-
their,
they
put their
knew. They're
diamonds
laughing at us
together,
right
Put
now.
the tillions together and
They're
then
laughing. So, yeah, it blows me away.
When it's like I can't have actual intelligent conversations about it. I just am like, oh, cool, big ship, like or big galaxy. That looks cool. Like I don't have any more
Can't wrap your head
astute observations than that. But that's really it.
The Earth is 25,000 miles in circumference.
I can
a
get my
big
head
trip.
around that number.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Figure that.
I can
You can do that.
I don't-
110 billion people, humans,
This
have
is just
survived here.
this is just prompting
I think it's more than that even.
the sun versus what is it? The sun versus 1 million.
who would win a
lions.
sun versus a billion lions? Classic.
I'm going with the sun.
Makes you think.
There we go.
But what if you win at night?
The sun doesn't. The sun's still the sun.
Why can't I see
The
it?
sun
at
doesn't just
nighttime?
turn off. There's not a switch. I'm going to turn off the sun because it's nighttime.
Be cool if there was a switch, though.
Be cool.
That'd be cool.
Need a
Yeah,
remote.
but somebody would turn it on when you wanted it off. It'd be a big thing.
There'd probably have to be more than one switch around.
The battle over the switch.
You need a remote control, yeah.
Yeah, who's got the remote?
Because Lord knows we can't get up and turn anything on
Exactly.
ourselves. We gotta.
I can turn my alarm off. I can get up and turn that off. That I have.
You make
done.
sure that remote's closed.
Oh yeah.
That's what I have on. I have a little remote for my Bose.
Smart.
All right, seventh. Peter, we got to take a break.
Yes.
We'll be right back, folks.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to Monday. Start of a new week. Easter's gone. Now we're full-blown summer. Let's go.
Let's go.
Already.
Let's rock.
Let's rock.
We had good storms last night.
Good
Good
rains
rains.
all day yesterday.
I drove
No
through some of it.
tornadoes. You drove through
Through some of the storms. Yeah, it was not fun. I was telling Peter on the way here, I like couldn't see the road points through the rain.
That's kind of scary. I've been in those.
Yeah.
You think, I'll drive out of it. If I keep going, I'll drive out of it.
Yep.
And I've had to. I stopped once or twice. I've been like, I can't see.
Yeah.
You got
Pull over.
Yeah.
It's important to see.
It's important to see. It is important to see.
It's important to see.
Do we have some hellos other than the three?
So Tiffany, I gotta acknowledge Tiffany. My sister Tiffany's here. She doesn't get to watch very often. She works at Simpson College. They had kind of a bad deal. That president of Simpson College.
Yeah. Just suddenly.
54 years old. Missed a meeting, and he never misses a meeting, and so they did a welfare check, and he was just gone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so she knew him, and anyway, she is sad about that. So I don't know if they're not having classes today, but she's here, so we're glad she's here.
Yeah, welcome.
Denise is here. Julie's here.
Welcome to you all. Ahoy to you all.
Yes.
Have you become accustomed to Ahoy yet, Jack?
Yes,
Now that
starting
you're
to.
Part of the, you're I don't know what your complete role is here, other than you have carte blanche to show up here and you do soccer
Yes.
because you want to stay in the SEC.
Yes, of course I did. Yes, I just can't get enough of the SEC. I love that it's called that. It's hilarious.
There was a big thing on one of the ESPNs yesterday, and I started watching it. The history of the SEC, specifically, they were just basically talking football.
Right.
Really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen it before?
I maybe parts of it.
It was all like almost all day. It was really interesting how Auburn started.
Well, the SEC just doesn't get enough publicity, so it's a good thing they spend an entire day talking about them
Yeah.
on ESPN.
They win nothing.
Exactly. They're not even that relevant, are they?
no love for
Not
the
so
SEC.
much this year. So anyway,
It's a basketball conference now. If you've heard.
yeah, suddenly they know basketball.
Yeah. Which I mean, it's fun for me. I'm a basketball guy. I mean, I like football, but basketball's my
your
number
pride.
one. Yeah.
Right. We should have told you. This is a little bit off topic. I see you have many layers on. You just felt the furnace kick on, didn't you? Because right now I'm
yeah.
having trouble breathing.
Yeah.
And
it gets warm
you
in
have
here.
like 2 coats on. And
It's actually
something
just
else.
one that they're.
Oh.
It's attached.
It fooled me.
So yeah, but I do like this coat. I forget the shop. I bought it in somewhere in northern Wisconsin, which is where you kind of need things like this, I guess.
You would.
But
Well, that's the frozen tundra.
yes,
Call it.
Yeah, right next to Duluth.
Yeah.
is-
If you're in Wisconsin, you might as well be in Duluth.
Might as well be.
most of it.
So, we have some things on page 2 that we want to talk
Well,
about.
it's not overly interesting, but it is relevant.
we got
right
3
now.
minutes to kill. Let's
we
talk about it.
So, best Easter candy.
Ooh,
So this is from ranker.com, and it's just random people putting it in. So there's
Old
nothing
Ranker.
scientific about this. So best Easter candy, and there's, I don't know, a bunch of them, but let's just do the top 10. So
I don't want to just floss over jelly beans. They've lost
Okay.
their luster.
Well, so it's different. So jelly beans is at number 15, but Jelly Bellies,
I don't know what that is.
they're, I don't know, gourmet jelly beans.
yeah. I mean, I guess not even gourmet. It's just the name brand jelly
Oh,
beans. Like
yeah.
I feel like Jelly Belly is probably what you're buying if you're buying jelly beans, and I guess
No,
that's
they're
different.
They're way
Are
different.
they?
Oh, all right.
I don't know if I've ever had a jelly bean that isn't Jelly Belly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So Jelly Bellies has like pina colada flavor and
Yeah.
all this stuff. The jelly beans that Tim and I grew up on were just, they weren't even
You
that.
had red, yellow,
Exactly.
and green.
Exactly.
They came in a
And black.
generic plastic
And
bag.
they
with
all
no
tasted
label.
the same. There wasn't really any flavors to them. They just were jelly beans.
Yeah.
So-
Made with real sugar and crap.
Yeah, exactly. So Jelly Bellies are technically jelly beans, but they're not the same.
Did you see that somebody in the government is trying to make Coke use real sugar instead of high fructose?
Why does the government need to get anything to do with
Well,
that?
because there's all these. Have you ever tried like
Yes.
the
It's
Coca-Cola?
good, but why does
It
the
is
government
way
need to get
better?
involved in
with
The
actual
real sugar?
Yeah, that I know. Like, is it? I think it's like the Mexican Coke or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, people will like special order that
It's
because they
way
like it tastes
good.
better. You get it in the glass bottle instead of the plastic one. And it's
Remember
like,
me talking about
Yeah.
real sugar Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
I had no
And there's
problem
less
with
stuff to it.
I have heard
And
this.
so they're saying, hey, let's go back to normal. I don't know that they're going to get it done.
that.
I think they're
The
asking.
government is anti-stevia,
Asking.
anti-high
There's lots of
fructose
things.
corn syrup.
There's lots of things that may be causing that they'll never be able to figure out.
All right.
Sorry, I digress.
That's all right. Number 10, Snickers eggs. Can't go wrong with that. It's
Don't
just
even know what
Snickers
that
bar.
is.
It's just a Snickers bar shaped like an egg.
Oh, okay. Not going anywhere for a while.
Hershey's solid milk chocolate eggs. Now I can get behind those.
yeah,
I like those two at
Solid.
a time.
Yeah.
The smaller ones.
Yeah,
right?
just a little.
you burn off all the calories trying to get the foil
things
off.
open.
yeah,
Exactly right.
exactly. And picking up the foil on the ground when you inevitably eat 50 of them and they're strewn everywhere.
Whoppers Robin eggs, which I just had some this weekend. Those are also good. Jelly Bellies we talked about is number 7. Now Cadbury caramel egg and the Cadbury cream egg are 6 and 5.
I don't know that I've ever had either of
not.
those. Honestly,
Have you?
I don't
Peter?
think I've ever had a Cadbury
You haven't?
anything.
I don't think I've had a Cadbury egg.
They're messy, but they're delicious.
They are.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're.
So they should be on special right now.
Yes.
So if we go
I'm
to
sure
a
they are.
Hy-Vee or
I would move them further
Fast
up in
and
the
fresh.
list. They're already at 5 and 6, and I would move them up
Wow.
because they're pretty dang good.
pretty good.
Pretty good. Easter pastel M&Ms.
Yeah, but they're still close. All right.
Number 3, chocolate lint gold bunny. I don't know that I've had one, but a solid chocolate bunny. How can you go wrong
Yeah.
with solid chocolate?
I feel like I know of those. It's just the bigger bunny that's wrapped in
Probably.
the gold.
And lint chocolate is good.
Can you get like the special dark and
Probably.
different kinds of chocolate?
And yes. And number 2, Cadbury mini eggs. Those are
That's different than the caramel.
You know, to be
And
100%
creme?
honest with you, I'm not sure if I've had the mini eggs. I would go for the full-blown egg. Why go for the mini when you can get the whole egg?
Are they in a big bag or something?
I- honestly,
didn't even know what to look for.
I don't know. The Cadbury eggs are just individually. They're not quite as big as an egg, but they're pretty good size. I mean, they're bigger.
Can you eat one all at once?
Yeah,
In one bite, you mean?
Well, I don't know. Just however you eat
it's
them.
a 2 or 3
It
bite.
sounds like it's a mess.
it's a 2 or 3.
It is a bit of a
Might as well
mess.
Just eat the whole thing.
It's like
That'd be a bit of a chew.
Okay.
you would. You'd want to have a couple bites, I think. Yes. So
You could do it in one. I just don't know how comfortable that would be.
Do like a
I'm going to
challenge.
test this
It
out.
sounds like a challenge.
I got to find Cadbury cream eggs.
cream eggs or the caramel eggs. And number 1, Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Reese's peanut butter cups shaped like an egg. It's another thing that Jack can't eat.
Nope.
So
Never had one.
if Jack ends up with some of those in his Easter basket, we just have to give him a toothbrush and we get his eggs.
You get the eggs. That's
And
the deal.
It's the number 1. So there you go.
It's pretty good stuff. I like Reese's. I feel bad for people that have allergies like that.
You deal with it like, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, it's like you've never had it. You find other treats around it. It works.
Yeah, I suppose honestly you can't have any Snickers because there's peanuts in there, and the Reese's.
It would suck a lot more if I had like developed it when I was like 14 or something.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you grew up as a kid
Yeah.
eating them. I feel bad for like those people who like develop it over time and they've had it before. Like mine was when I was like a little kid, so it just is never. I've never.
You don't even know what you're
Yeah,
missing.
I don't know what I'm missing. So
See, I would try.
ignorance
and-
is bliss.
I
there,
would
guess.
try and break me of it. I would try and I'll have
There's
a little
people
bit
that
of peanut butter.
There's people that can do it. Like that was a big thing on like TikTok for a while. Was people like
Weaning
curing
them,
their
yeah.
allergies with like slow and
Slowly developing.
he has a theory that he doesn't want to share,
It's
but
like getting out of the quicksand.
yeah,
You
exactly.
gotta try it.
Yeah,
I do have
but
a theory.
like
Yeah, you want
but
to
like
tell?
the quicksand, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong in a bad way.
Right.
Well, you got to
But
have your
that's my-
shot. You
that's
got to
my
have your
problem.
shot in the other hand.
Yeah.
You got to get an epi or something.
EpiPen at the ready.
All right. 743 SPP. That sounded kind of good.
Nice.
We should take a break.
We should.
All right, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Welcome back to Monday's edition of the Morning Breath.
Ahoy.
And ahoy. Yeah.
And ahoy.
I think there's nothing else left to say. We've run it all.
You've said everything.
We've said everything we need to say for today, except for we need to get set for the day.
That rhymed. I hope someone
I'm
caught
on a
that. That
roll.
rhymed.
Let's get set for the day as Tim explores his inner Dr. Seuss. It is 7:47 a.m. It is the 21st day of April. It is Monday.
Don't be so sad. It's the start
It's
of a whole new
Monday.
week. There.
It's Monday.
This is the most optimistic outlook on Monday I've been in a long
That's
time.
the best.
This is episode 296.
It's easy to be have a crappy Monday. It's
true.
Much more fun to have a good Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
We're here to start people's day off.
I know.
Right.
I should be better. I should be
Hey, look,
better.
I love Monday.
We all have Mondays, right?
I should be better. Temperature right now in Fairfield 47, Mount Pleasant 47, and Washington 46. Cloudy this morning, becoming sunny this afternoon, and of course, because there's soccer tonight, it's going to be really windy.
Yay.
You know, we need a wind.
Yeah.
We need a good wind to dry things out.
And a high of 64 with a low of 47. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield Beautification Commission to hold a downtown spring garden cleanup. Something old, something new. Southeast Iowa Symphony Orchestra Masterworks concerts continue. And
Did you want me to say anything?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Disputed Highland bond issue gets a court hearing.
At least he offered.
He did. He was very polite about it, and I appreciate that. Sports night.
Because I had things on my mind.
There's a lot of golf, tennis, soccer tonight, including the Washington girls soccer team hosting Fort Madison at the Washington Wellness Park, featuring Peter and Jack, and streaming on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Stay out of the wind, people. It's dangerous. Just watch it on Southeast Iowa
Yes,
Video
we will
Network.
brave the wind so you don't have
wind.
to.
See?
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Exactly.
Boss man.
I don't know if you're going to get to this or not, but I can't let International Loch Ness Monster Day pass.
Ooh. You know, I forgot about that dang stuff.
I know,
See,
didn't
I wanted to interrupt
I know.
you. I just didn't know why.
Yes. So, anyway, there's that.
See, I like it. Keep off the grass day, too.
Keep off the grass day. Exactly. Get off my
my
lawn.
grass, you
Get
little
off my lawn. On this day in 1986, in a much hyped television special, so 1986 is pre-SPP.
Yeah, that would be would that be 15 pre-SPP?
There you go.
God.
In a in a much hyped television special, Geraldo Rivera
It was absolutely
it was
ridiculous.
great. It was awesome.
God.
He opened a vault that was found in the former headquarters of Al Capone. 30 million TV viewers tuned in to watch it get opened and find that it was empty.
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
He was so excited, Geraldo.
Yes. And they thought, I can't remember what they thought they were going to find, but they thought they were going to find a lot of cool stuff in Al Capone's safe.
Nothing.
This is his private safe, and it was absolutely empty. And 30 million people watched it happen.
And it wasn't just like a 10-minute friggin' show.
No, right.
It was
They
like
made
a
a whole
2-hour thing.
Yeah, it was
out
a
of it.
whole thing. Yeah, there's a lot of
There's
build-up.
construction people. I don't know if it was all produced. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It was a big deal.
Huge.
Wow.
Geraldo was
I feel like I'd heard about
Yeah.
this.
you studied it in history books.
Exactly. It was in this.
This is how not to do journalism.
Jack, do you want a random joke, a random quarter, a random
Wait a
fact?
minute. Prince
Oh,
died in 2016.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, can't skip that.
And even maybe the most infamous fighter pilot of all time, the Red Baron, got shot down on this day in whatever year it was. Safely landed his plane with a bullet hole in his chest
Because of course he did.
and died in the plane
Oh,
And then he made
landed.
pizza.
after he landed.
He made pizza.
And then he made frozen pizza for all.
Thus, Red Baron Pizza was born.
True legacy.
Not
Right
flying
there.
anymore. Let's turn him into pizza.
True legacy. I'll do a quote.
Random quote. I got to find it. What did I do with it? There we go. Random quote. Albert Einstein said, 2 things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Albert Einstein was a smart dude.
He probably said that in like a German accent.
He probably did. I'll need to work on my German accent.
That would have been way better.
It
Way
would-
more effective. Way more effective.
I think I would offend large swaths of people if I tried to come up with a German accent. I choose not to do that today because it's Monday and I choose to
Monday.
have a good day.
There we go. See, the energy's already picking up.
Exactly.
Save accent humor for Friday.
Today's takeaway, SPP.
My takeaway is that if I want to find true love, I gotta jump in some quicksand.
Find some quicksand.
Very good. And deep. That was in depth.
Literally.
Just as deep as the
thought or
quicksand.
Everything.
all of it.
Jack, do you have a takeaway for today?
Yes, my takeaway is that there are different varieties of jelly beans apparently, and some were different colors but the same flavor.
Yes.
It was a simpler time back
Yes.
in our day.
It was.
It's very easy. We would push
Although-
a ring around with a stick and have fun.
Hoop stick.
We just push jelly beans around with the stick.
Do you think skipping rocks is still as popular as it was? That feels like an old.
It's on the Ocho.
It is on the Ocho. There's like a national champ or
All right.
world championship rock skipper.
The Ocho
should've known.
has it all.
Yeah.
It has everything.
I think my favorite is the cornhole, the professional
Cornhole's a
cornhole.
classic.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's
that's
on
almost
all the time.
almost mainstream now compared
Yeah.
to some of these other
I
things.
think that's made it to ESPN too.
Or bags, whatever. don't know
I also
which
like
one you
tag.
call it.
Tag's a
Yeah,
fun
The
one
tag
to
league is
watch.
cool. That one scares me though, because the way it's like an obstacle course, and like I'm like
Someone's
scared
gonna
they're turn around
smash
and
their
just
head on
smack
one of
their
those
head on
bars,
those
yeah.
things. But I guess there are pros.
I have watched that. Not like a whole thing, but one or two.
Yeah,
you weren't as invested in that as you were
One
the
or two
pillow fighting.
tags.
Pillow fighting had me cornered.
Yeah, well, jousting caught mine. So
Understand. Boss man, do you have a takeaway for today?
yeah, I want to read Jeff's too. Jeff could not wait till Friday. Jeff usually chimes in with a Friday the week takeaway, and he couldn't even wait. He says he doesn't know Tim's age, but apparently there was no plastic when he was a kid.
It's hard to believe.
Plastic was invented like in the 80s or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
pre Peter.
Yeah,
Pre-
pre-SPP.
Base everything on how
20
old
years
Peter is.
pre SPP.
Pre-SPP. My takeaway is whether it's raining or not, it's just important to see. You
It is important to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
You said
It's
it's
important
important
to
to
see.
see.
It's important.
So it's good advice just all the way around.
Well, as the old guy in the room, trying to be the sensible one.
Sharing your wisdom. It's important to see.
It's important to see.
Good.
Go ahead and turn those wipers on
Because it's important to see.
because you need to see.
Those high beams.
I didn't write anything down. So I think my takeaway is that if there's going to be a soccer game, the wind's going to blow. How about that?
There you go.
That's
It's a
all I
great
can say.
takeaway.
Yeah.
That's
That might be I would lump in with Albert Einstein's. 3 things are actually inevitable:
Yeah.
human stupidity, the universe, or 3 things are infinite: human stupidity, the universe, and the wind at Washington Wellness Park.
Yes.
Another takeaway we could have is someone needs to make a scale big enough to put the world on it.
Yeah,
so we
right.
know,
agreed.
So we really know how big it is.
I need to know how many trillions it takes to get to a tillion.
Well, because that scale's gonna have to weigh more tillion or be able to withstand the weight of
Think of
more
the
tillions
spring.
than the Earth. Yeah,
The spring system in that. It's difficult.
require a lot of plastic potentially.
In today's world, it takes plastic.
Bed Bath and Beyond probably has it or something.
That's another takeaway. Today's world takes plastic.
Well, we have gone over as normal, but it's time to call it a day. I've got things to do, guys. So, hope you all had a great show. Hope we made you put a little smile on your face for Monday, because we get to start a whole new week.
We do.
And that'll be fun. Boss man Matt's not with us tomorrow, so look the hell out, everybody. What we're going to do, sky's the limit. Have a great Monday. We shall return tomorrow. Until then, ahoy.
Go eat some jelly beans.